So Jamar Chase responded to T. Higgins getting franchise tagged on Instagram. And he posted this picture right here of a Joe Burrow who's looking kind of confused, kind of irritated, kind of like, what? What are you even saying? What even happened? What's happening? And then he tagged T and said, what? About T. Higgins getting franchise tagged. And yeah, I mean, I think as fans, we assumed this was going to happen. This was kind of the expected, situation to happen. They're not going to want him to leave, right? They're going to want to keep T. Higgins. And the only way to keep T. Higgins is you got to franchise tag the guy, right? You got to extend that window to July 22nd, or actually, no, July 15th this year. Last year was July 22nd. This year is July 15th. You got to extend that window to July 15th to get a contract done. So at the end of the day, based on what we understand, they're looking to get the contract done with. They did give him the non-exclusive franchise tag, which means they now have the ability to potentially let another team come in, work out a contract with him, and then either we get 2 first-round picks or we just match their offer. So it's a weird situation. That's kind of how I'll put it at this moment in time. It's a weird situation. Obviously, Paul said before that he thought we would get it done before free agency. We could potentially still do that. But at the same time, you got to give him the franchise tag, because if not, then we lose him. And we lose him for nothing. So it's, again, like I said, it's a situation where we could still potentially trade him outside of the 2 first-round picks. We could just trade him. We could actually just say, hey, listen, we're franchise tagging you. Now we're going to trade you. It just gives us the ability to do pretty much whatever we want. And obviously, T has a number that he wants, and, his club has a number they want. The Bengals are not, they don't think he's worth that much, or they don't agree with that number. So negotiations will continue. Hopefully things get figured out, and we get a number that works out for both parties, and we get T. Higgins for the foreseeable future. Either that, or in a month or so, we're going to be making a video about how T. Higgins got traded somewhere. And yeah, again, there's I don't see a situation where T. Higgins plays on the franchise tag. And I know, yes, obviously he has to, right? There's no option there, which is true, because a player would get fined heavily if they don't, and then the season won't count, and it would just go on to the next season. But at the end of the day, I don't think there's a scenario where the Bengals are going to try to make T play on the franchise tag. We have until July 15th to either get a trade done, we either sign him, or that's pretty much it. I think we will get a contract done, but I could see, with the Bengals being the Bengals here, they're going to twiddle their feet all the way up to that deadline. I guarantee you that. I know Paul said we're going to get done before free agency. I don't think we will. I really highly doubt we will. I think we're going to twiddle our feet until literally as close to possible of July 15th. But again, anytime they could trade him. The team could come in and say, hey, listen, we want a 2nd round pick for T. Higgins, and we'll give you a 2nd round pick right now. And the Bengals could say, yep, we'll trade you. Now, obviously, that 2nd round pick would also have to work out with the fact that, T wants to go there. They would have to negotiate out a contract in order for that to work. Again, there's a whole long list of stipulations that would have to go through for us to trade him anywhere. But still, always a possibility. He doesn't have a no trade clause in his contract because he's on a rookie contract still. So again, there's ways to do this in a ethical business sense And there's ways to do it in a sense that is best for the team. That's what I'm trying to say. You could trade him and say, I don't give a rat's butt where you want to go. Now, he could refuse to play, and the team's not going to want him if he's refusing to play, and if he's not going to get paid what he wants to get paid. Like, there's different ways the Bengals can win, but it has to start with the franchise tag. So the franchise tag does make sense. It's just there's ways to be pro player and then pro team, and also slimy as a team. I think there's ways to get around stuff. Anyway, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one.